All right, here's my update video on my 2-inch rough country lift install vibration that we had with this 2025 Maverick Hybrid all-wheel drive with the 4K tow package, XL trim level. From my last video, you can see I've changed tires again. This is the, I guess, 4th set of tires that's been on this truck since it was new. The first set was obviously the factory steel wheel with the factory tire. The guy that owned this truck before me, who ordered this truck, changed it over to these Bronco Sport wheels, and he put a BFG tire on it, a 235 65 17, I think is what it was. And anyway, it rode like crap. It was like D-load range. I mean, heavy tire. Just a Ford Maverick Hybrid XL all-wheel drive does not need, even with the 4K tow package, does not need that tire on it. And I guess he did it just because probably like the tire. I mean, they are good-looking tires, and all in all, I mean, they're pretty quiet for what they are. But this one was pretty noisy with that tire on it. So my natural reaction whenever I bought it was, or my natural thinking whenever I bought it, not reaction, was to take it and put a different tire on it that weighed less. So I went from a D load range down to, I think it was a C or whatever, a standard load range. And I went with a Cooper AT3 and a 235/70/17. So a little bit taller tire compared to the BFG that was on it. Same width, but a little bit taller. So anyway, that tire I put on at the same time I did the rough country 2-inch spacer lift. So immediately after I did it and had the tires put on it, I had this kind of funny vibration that was only under braking, and it was under mild braking. Like if you barely touch the brake to come down to a normal stop, I'm saying how you would primarily drive the car or the truck, it would have like a regenerative kind of feedback through the regenerative braking and the brake pedal, and it was really kind of hard to pinpoint what was doing it. But to me, I related it to every time the regenerative braking was activated. You could mash the brakes extremely hard, like you were coming to an abrupt stop, and it would not do it. So I don't know, because I feel regenerative braking would be activated during that process too, but I don't know. Don't really know what it was. Well, took it to the Ford dealer. The Ford dealer said it's nothing with the lift. They feel like it was tire related. And I thought, man, are you just passing the buck, trying to say that, hey, it's nothing that is wrong with the truck. It's something that, was up with the not BFG, but the Cooper AT3s that I had on it. So just to see, I took it back to my wheel and tire guy, Killian Tire and Hickory. Shout out to them. They're the best when it comes to wheels and tires. And there's other good tire companies. I'm not saying, that I'm not getting into that debate. I mean, there's plenty of other tire companies I like too. Speedy's in Lincoln, they're really good. Rides in Conover, they're really, really good. So like I say, I mean, I like them all. I'm not saying anything there. But anyway, this tire that I put on it is a Toyo Open Country HT. It is a 245/70/17, so a little bit taller. I mean, maybe just a fraction wider. I mean, it's negligible compared to the 235, but I mean, it is a little bit of a meatier tire, I guess you would say. And I think it fits the truck really well. It's not my Cooper AT3s were a white letter tire, and these are not white letter. My Cooper AT3s were an all-terrain tire with a little bit more aggressive tread, and these are a street tread tire. And I'm okay with that. I mean, I have a few added benefits by going to this tire. I think it looks more fitting on the truck now with the lift. And it has solved most of the vibration, noise, regenerative. Yes, man, where are you going? That's the yes, man. Well, I thought you was wanting to be in the video.
I am.
Well, you can't be in the video if you're inside.
No, I'm going inside.
Huh?
I was going inside for a second.
So that's the Yes Man. He does my golf cart videos and everything for the Evolution carts. And he does say something besides yes. You just heard him. But anyway, the vibration and stuff is just about gone. I mean, I won't say it's 100% gone, but it is 75% gone. I mean, there might be still a little bit there, and I don't think it's from me getting used to it. That's why I kind of waited a little bit to do an update video, because I wanted to drive it, get some miles under the, on these new tires. And I just wanted to see kind of if it was just me thinking that it was better, or, I try to get other people's opinions. They didn't hear it to begin with or feel it because they didn't drive it. I drove this truck. I've driven it. I've put, I don't know, close to 3,000 miles on this truck. It's 2,700 or something like that since I bought it. It's got like right at 7,000. It's like 6,800 miles. So anyway, I feel like it is better. How it was explained to me, and I don't know, I'm not a wheel and tire guy. I've bought thousands of sets of wheels and tires over the years with cars, and me owning a car dealership, a small used car dealership. But anyway, they told me that it had something to do, they felt like, at the Ford dealership, and another wheel and tire guy I talked to, that it had something to do with the rolling resistance of the tire, and when you mashed the brakes, it kind of shifted the load and the weight towards the front of the truck, and maybe something about the belts in the tires would kind of, I won't say like maybe arch like this. I don't know. I honestly don't know exactly. I'm not a wheel and tire guy. I can't get technical on that kind of stuff, but I do know this: it is better with these tires on it. And these are super lightweight. That's another added benefit. My speedometer's further off than it was before, which I still need. If there's anybody that has the ForScan, and that's FORSCAN, not foreskin like everybody puts in the comment, that's pretty stupid. But anyway, ForScan software around the Charlotte, Hickory, western side of North Carolina, and you'd be willing to adjust my speedometer. I want to activate the sign recognition and a couple other things on this thing. If somebody's willing to do that, I'll pay you. I mean, somebody who has the ForScan software and can do that on my truck. But anyway, I'm going to get the speedometer recalibrated through the ForScan software to get how many miles, because it's actually, by being a bigger tire, you're actually going more miles than it shows on the odometer a little bit. I've calculated it out on the other tire. It was about 5 miles per every 100 that you're rolling. So with this tire on it would be even greater. Probably around 6, maybe even 7 miles for every 100. But anyway, by it being a lighter tire, bigger tire, not even adding anything to the mileage whenever I calculate it, but this is averaging. Let me unlock the door for my son to get in. Let me start it here. I'll show you what I'm averaging by going to this tire. And these Mavericks, man, they make some of the funniest noises. And I swear it says something when it first starts up. I don't know what it says. Let's turn this down. Anyway, it says something whenever it first starts up. I swear, I can't understand what it says. It sounds like a transformer talking. And it would be cool if it, you could change it to where it said something that you wanted it to, like Optimus Prime's voice saying roll out or something like that. That would be cool whenever you put it in drive. Oh, don't get copyright infringement here. But you can see the mileage, 37.2 on this tank. I've been 164 miles, almost 165, and 58.3 miles of that have been electric. So 37.2, my fuel mileage has improved about 3 miles per gallon plus, because like I say, the speedometer's off even more. But anyway, I think that's a huge improvement. Another reason why I like these tires better, but they're definitely quieter too. The Coopers were considerably quieter than the BFGs, and these are considerably quieter than the Coopers, the Toyo Open Country HTs, the highway tread, which makes sense. I mean, they're not aggressive tires. So, but anyway, just wanted to give an update video. feel free to comment, ask questions. I'll be glad to answer any questions that that you have. I'll do my best. Like I say, I'm not super technical on this stuff. I know a little bit about things, but not a ton. You have your door open, buddy?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay, he didn't have his door shut. So anyway, not that that's a big deal. But yeah, again, somebody with the forescan software around the North Carolina, Western North Carolina, like Charlotte on towards the mountains, anywhere. If y'all have the forescan software and can update my truck to where it would have the sign recognition and calibrate my speedometer, I would greatly appreciate it. Like I say, I'll pay you. I mean, I understand time's money. So if anybody can message me or let me know, I would love to have that. And mine does have the blind spot monitoring and the auto headlights. It has the 4K tow, so it's got the Ford 360 whatever, I don't know what it's called, but anyway, it's got that package. So I've heard actually you can even add the lane centering and even the 360 cameras, because it does show all this over here, which is where the 360 cameras would be. Mine's got the rear parking sensors, obviously, which is cool. But anyway, I'm going to park this thing back in the garage. And if somebody does have that software and would be willing to update my truck, I would greatly appreciate it. Sorry for the mess back there. Let me turn this off. But we do, or I do want to have that done to, see what kind of stuff we can add to it or whatever and turn on. Because I've been told that the software and stuff in these trucks, between the XL and the XLT and the Lariat and the Trimmer and I've heard they have a lot of the same software. And here's my wife's new car that she's driving. It's a Mitsubishi Outlander PHV. Pretty cool vehicle. Not that I'm changing it to this, but if you have any questions about that, I'll be glad to answer them. But it's a plug-in hybrid, and she's averaging ridiculous fuel mileage out of it, driving it in electric mode and then switching over to gas. But anyway, we have a level 2 charger over there. It's actually the V4 one. It's hard to see, but that's it right there. We have it running across the top, and she plugs in whenever she needs to right there, so it works out pretty good. But anyway, that was the update video on the Ford Maverick. Not trying to get off on, the subject, but like I say, Yes Man wanted to be in the video with me. He's real talkative. Eli, you better be quiet, buddy. They're not gonna like how much you're talking. So anyway, all right. If you got any questions, ask them. Thanks.